Hi everyone, good evening. Jai Hind. This is for the parents of the students who are in grade 3 to 7th. एक बहुत important चीज है that good marks in schools and being good in mathematics are two different things. Even if the child is scoring 100% marks or near 100% marks in the school math, that does not mean the child is good in mathematics because of the way mathematics is being taught in most of the schools. Being good in mathematics consists of these three things. One is the core math part. अब core math part में भी बहुत सारी चीजें आ जाती हैं. That is in schools and most of the tuitions, the students are taught formulas, they're taught procedures, and they're asked to follow those procedures, which the child will ultimately do if he remembers the formulas. But again, that is not what real mathematics is. Real mathematics is the reasoning behind those core rules, the reasoning behind those core procedures, which a lot of students are not able to answer. A lot of students do not know what is the meaning of LCM in the real term. They would know how to find LCM, but LCM होता क्या है, उसकी क्या properties होती हैं, they would not be able to tell. For that matter, divisibility rules. A lot of students would know a number is divisible by 3 if the sum of the digits is divisible by 3. But a lot of students would not know how and why does this work. So this is what we call core mathematics. The asking of the whys, the reasoning behind those core math rules, right? So this is what we call, this is what is covered in Olympiad preparation. The second thing is logical reasoning, right? So this is again a very important part. बच्चों ने सोचना ही छोड़ दिया because they do not get that platform to think. They do not play a lot of math games. All they do is they remember a set of formulas and they do problems based on those formulas. They do not think, and this is the core ideology of mathematics. बच्चों ने सोचना छोड़ दिया, and that is why whenever they face a new problem, a new situation, they are not able to think, right? So this is again very important, followed by the speed math, right? So speed math is all about doing some quick calculations, not the calculations of the kind 37 into 48, but the calculations which involve basic distributive property, how to think, how to memorize, not memorize, but how to do the calculations in the brain and come up with the short step answers, right? So this is what we call speed math. और ये तीनों ही चीजें बहुत जरूरी हैं if the child wants to get better in mathematics, and that is why we've launched a course for grades 3 to 7, जहां पर हर class, every class consists of these three things. One is the 40-minute core concept wherein we teach the whys of everything, right? So not only the procedures, not only the formulas, but the whys behind those formulas. Some of those things are of course going to be a part of the school curriculum. Some are going to be beyond school curriculum, but again, the children definitely enjoy this part. Followed by a 10-minute brain puzzle. So every class we give a brain puzzle, a thinking problem, which students have to discuss in the class. Sometimes they're given as homework, which they have to discuss with the parents, their siblings, and come out with the innovative solutions the next day. And followed by the speed math. So 10-minute speed math. Again, as I mentioned, very simple kind of calculation tricks, जो कि बच्चे normally बहुत time लगाते हैं because the school asks them to write every step. But again, to be better in mathematics, you have to actually avoid these steps. This is just the ante of the school. Of course, we ask students to follow all the steps in schools, but when in the class, in here, when they're calculating, we ask them to try to skip those steps and try to find the answer mentally. If we talk about grade 7, so यहाँ पे instead of 1 hour, there is a 90-minute class in which 60 minutes is deep concept learning, 15 minutes is given to advanced puzzles, and 15 minutes on speed and accuracy. Right? So this is what is happening in all the courses that we've launched for the junior grades. We call it VOS juniors. Now, every batch consists of 5 modules. So every batch is consisting of 5 modules, and there are 8 classes per module, 2 classes per week, and total of 45 classes because there is a discussion class also which happens after the test in every module. So every module there's a test, 5 module, every module there's a test. There are 8 classes, total of 9 classes, total of 45 lectures for every grade that we've developed so far. And again, it took a lot of time to develop this, and a lot of students are actually studying in these courses already. Every time a module ends, we launch these modules because modules are independent of each other. Whatever we discuss in one particular module are very independent of what is being discussed in the second module because they all consist of different things, which we'll be talking about in this video. Right, so new admissions open before every module, and modules are fully independent of each other. Right, so this is what is happening. So one module, so approximately we take 1 month to cover one module. So it's a 5-month course, and 8 core classes plus one discussion class, which happens after the test, and so a total of 5 modules and 45 classes. Okay, so this is what we do in logical brain puzzles. So there are number puzzles, there are logical grids, there are math games, there are speed rounds, there are shape puzzles, challengers, and pattern hunting, which we discuss. So these are different aspects of building logic, building IQ, which we discuss with the students in every class. Okay, learning continues even after the class. So after every class, we give a short 5-minute test to every student, which the child has to attempt before attending the next class. Right. So this helps us track what are the weak areas, what are the strong areas of the child, and so that we are able to work on those shortcomings. Right, so there's a test which happens, 5-minute test, simple 5-minute test, which happens after every class, that is in here. Again, the child, what the child is going to develop. So it's going to, of course, get better in school maths. This is needless to say. This is the core thing. But again, more importantly, he's going to build logic. This is something which is missing in the school system for the last so many decades. We have stopped asking children to think on the math problem, to come up with the innovative solutions. And this is something which is going to come back. Strong conceptual understanding. So again, he is not only going to follow the procedures, but he will know why that procedure is the way it is. Confidence in competitive exams. So there are a lot of good math contests that we ask our students to write, and they will definitely feel confident, and ultimately it is going to build a very strong foundation to a lot of good examinations, good math contests, which are going to come up later in their lives. Speed and accuracy in mathematics, followed by long-term Olympiad foundation. Okay, so again, this is the program assessment structure. So again, every course has 5 core tests, and of course, grade 5th onwards, we are also going to help them with NMTC. So NMTC is one good math contest which we ask our students to write. It's a school-based contest. So of course, we will be preparing them additionally for this. These are additional classes over and above what is being promised. And of course, for grade 3 and 3rd and 4th, we also again prepare them for this SOF examinations. Okay, so this is the monthly student performance report that we give to every student and their parents so that they are able to assess. Right, so personal mentoring is also there if the child is weak. Of course, the one-to-one mentoring is always there, where the teacher sits with the child, their parents, and they are able to track what are the weaknesses and how can those weaknesses be conquered. So these are the batches that we are going to launch. So there is a grade 3 batch, which is going to start from 19th of June, and there is the grade 3 weekend, which is going to start from 26th of June. You can see the class days. There's a grade 4 batch, and there's grade 4 weekend. Grade 4 is going to start from 25th of June, grade 4 weekend 26th of June. Grade 5th batch is going to start from 21st June, grade 5 weekend from 25th June. Grade 6, 23 June, weekend 23 June, and grade 7 is going to start from 22nd of June. You can see the weekday, the batch days, and the timings and teacher days. So if you want, you can take the screenshot of this. Okay, so this is, again, I'll explain all the grades in brief. So grade 3, again, as I mentioned, 45 classes split into 5 modules each. There are 5 practice tests, additional SOF preparation, because at grade 3 and 4 level, there are not a lot of math contests which students are, they can give. So, right, so SOF is one very common math contest which happens in most of the schools. Right, so this is one contest, and there are going to be other contests which we are going to refer, Math Kangaroo. Right, so these kind of contests we're going to refer to the students to give. Practice assessment every class, monthly student report, and of course the child will be provided with a student account manager. Start date is 19th of June for weekday batch, 26th of June for weekend batch. Class days are Mondays and Thursdays, and this is Saturdays and Sundays. Timing 7 to 8 p.m. for weekdays, and for weekend it is 5:30 to 4:30 to 5:30. Target examinations, of course, school math, and at 3 and 4 level. Again, there are, as I mentioned, there are not a lot of good math contests. So SOF is something that will be providing the additional help with. The price is 10,999. The link to join is there in the description box. So, and there are 2 options available. That is a weekday batch and a weekend batch. Weekend batch happens on Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, so these are the topics which we're going to cover. These are the 5 modules. So one is the number sense and structure. The second is arithmetic operation lab. The third is fractions, expressions, and strategies. The fourth is measurement, geometry. We're going to introduce geometry and the patterns. And the fifth is brain power, logic, and data reasoning. These all are independent of each other. For grade 4th, again the same ideology. The start date for weekday is 25th of June, Tuesday, Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. For weekend, it is 26th of June, Saturday, Sunday, 5:45 to 6:45 p.m. Again, the same examinations are we going to target. The batch price is 10,999 rupees. The links are there in the description box. For grade 4, the topics that we're going to cover is the number sense and operations for building stronger number foundation, factors, fractions, and decimals, understanding patterns, parts, and precision, algebraic thinking and number properties, building logic and structured thinking, geometry, measurement and mensuration, and the fifth is mathematical reasoning and data skills. Right, so this is grade 4th. Grade 5. So again, grade 5, we will be providing the SOF support, but again, the focus is going to be on this exam, NMTC, which is way higher in terms of difficulty. So these are going to be additional classes which are going to provide apart from the usual classes which we are going to have in this course. So weekday batch 21st of June, Monday, Thursday 8:15 to 9:15. Weekend batch 25th of June, Saturday, Sunday 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. So apart from SOF, we will be focusing on NMTC. So this is the core concept that we're going to cover. Of course, the accuracy, the speed math, the logical skills are going to happen with every class. The batch price is 10,999. The links are there in the description box. The topics that we're going to cover are number patterns and operations, fractions, decimals and powers, measurement and learning geometry, percent, probability and brainstorming puzzles, and data, patterns and reasoning. In grade 6, again, apart from the core classes, we will be giving additional support for NMTC. Again, this is again a math contest which is of higher difficulty as compared to other math contests the child gives, and students learn a lot when they try to write these kind of examinations, because these are national examinations which all good students across India definitely write. Weekday batch 23rd June. It is going to happen on Tuesdays, Friday 8:15 to 9:15. Weekend batches on is going to start from 23rd of June for grade 6, Saturday, Sunday 8:15 to 9:15. So these are the exams that we're going to target: SOF, NMTC, Math Kangaroo, and of course School Math. The price is 10,999. The link is there in the description box. What we're going to cover here: knowing numbers and number properties, powers, roots and sequences, algebraic thinking, ratios and reasonings, geometry. We're going to introduce higher level geometry here, and symmetric. Likewise, for grade 7, we have 45 live classes. There are going to be additional NMTC classes. So NMTC is one of the examinations that we ask our students to definitely write, because it's a very prestigious examination, and they like all our students like writing this examination. It's a examination which is given by all the good students across India. Again, the start date is 22nd of June. It's a weekday batch. There is no weekend batch for level grade 7. Class days are Tuesdays and Thursdays, and class timings are 7 to 8:30 p.m. It is going to be taken by Praveen sir, and the price is 10,999. You can check the description for the things. Now, what we are going to cover in this, we are going to cover mental ability, number system 1, algebra, geometry, and number system 2. Please understand, number system 1 is different from number system 2. They have no correlation, although both are number system topics. So number system 1 will be covering basic fundamental of arithmetic, divisibility rules. We'll be talking about LCM, GCD, ratios, proportions, profit loss, and everything. While in number system 2, we'll be talking about fractions, rational numbers, decimals, exponents, unit digits, and square roots and cube roots. Apart from that, we are also going to cover mental ability, algebra, and we'll be starting with basic geometry, which include lines and angles, important points of the triangle, which includes the clear distinction between the points like centroid, incenter, circumcenter, congruent triangles, quadrilaterals, and perimeters and area. Okay, now as I mentioned, there are a lot of students who are taking these classes, and we took an opinion poll, and this is what the students have told us. So 32% find it good, 25% very good, and 42.9% excellent. So this is a very good report from the set of students who are doing these classes. How do you find the child reaction to the classes? So we asked the parents of the students who are attending these classes already, right? So 3.6% say it is boring, 30.3% they're interested, 46.4% say they're very excited for the class, and 10.7% say it's a normal, right? So this shows a majority of the students are actually enjoying. So some enjoy the concept. Some enjoy the thought building part, some enjoy the rapid quiz, that is the speed math part, and there is also a recall quiz that happens in most of the classes. So a lot of students are excited about scoring well in the recall quizzes that we happen, right? So it's a fully balanced course. As I mentioned, there are three important things. One is the core math, the second is the speed math, the third is the logical thinking. So again, you have to be, develop these three things very importantly to be able to be good in mathematics, and this is what we're discussing. Would you recommend others for this class? 92.9% said yes. So this is an amazing NPS that we are having in this particular batch. And these are some of the responses by the students who are already enrolled in these kind of courses. These are amazing responses, heartfelt responses. And these are some of the results of our students who've done really well in these math contests. So this was NMTC, which happened last year. So our students scored, were rank 2, rank 3, rank 4 in India. Sub-junior was ranked, grade 7th and 8th. So Vihan was rank 2, Krish was rank 4, Rian was rank 5, Arjun was rank 6 in India. And these are other kind of activities, tangram activities and other activities that we keep on doing, right? So we give them mathematical problem to solve, and they, use tangrams and other things to find these kind of answers, which gives a lot of confidence to the children as well, right? So that is it, guys. So if you're interested, you can be a part of this amazing journey, and it is going to be a very exciting journey for the students. If they like mathematics, they'll fall in love with mathematics after getting enrolled in this course. And even if they do not like mathematics, they'll start falling in love with mathematics. I can guarantee you that. These are the links: grade 3, grade 4, grade 5, grade 6, grade 7. And you can, the links to join these batches are there in the description box. You can click on the description box and get enrolled. If there are any questions, there's a Google form, there's a Google query form, which is there in the description. You can fill that form and our team is going to get in touch with you. Otherwise, you can also ask your queries in the comment section of this video. Take care. God bless you. Bye, everyone.